What if Ahsoka Tano teamed up with Darth Maul after Order 66 to escape the Venator instead of fending for their own? Our story starts in the cold, unforgiving expanse of space. The Venator-class Star Destroyer, its bowels a labyrinth of cold metal and secrets, becomes a crucible for an alliance as unforeseen as it is desperate. Ahsoka, former Jedi, now fugitive, feels the galaxy convulse in agony. The Force, once a harmonious symphony, now screams in chaos and despair. It is in this maelstrom of betrayal that Ahsoka, guided by the Force, finds truth in Maul's prophetic warnings. The Republic she fought for, the ideals she held dear, all unraveling. Anakin, her mentor, her friend, is at the epicenter of this. Maul, now a castaway of his own dark ambitions, sees Ahsoka not just as an ally, but a means to survival. Their fates, intertwined by necessity, lead them to a decision unfathomable to both just days before. They will stand together or they will fall separately to the machinations of the Empire. The corridors of the Venator become a maze of shadows and danger. Clone troopers, once brother-in-arms to Ahsoka, now hunt her with a cold program efficiency. Every turn, every bulkhead could conceal death. But Ahsoka and Maul, bound by common enemy, move with a purpose that is as much about survival as it is about understanding their place in the galaxy where the rules have changed overnight. Maul's combat prowess, honed in the dark corners of the galaxy, complements Ahsoka's grace and agility. Where he strikes with ferocity, she counters with precision. Their advance through the Venator is a dance of destruction, a testament to their unwillingness to succumb to the darkness that seeks to engulf them. In the heart of the ship, they confront their final obstacle, a detachment of elite clone troopers, their blasters a deadly course aimed at their two fugitives. Ahsoka and Maul exchange a glance, an unspoken agreement that this moment, this fight, could define their futures. With the battle cry that echoes through the Force, they charge. The clash is titanic, a storm of lightsabers and blaster fire. Ahsoka moves like a wraith, her twin blades a blur of light. Maul, his saber staff a whirlwind of red, unleashes the full fury of his years of bitterness and betrayal. The clones, elite as they may be, cannot withstand the storm unleashed upon them. One by one, they fall, until silence once again claims the corridor. Breathing heavily, Ahsoka and Maul stand back to back, the bond forged in battle. Ahead lies the escape pods, their chance at a future where they confront the darkness on their own terms. With the stage set on Coruscant, now shrouded in the dark veil of Imperial rule, Ahsoka Tano and Darth Maul find themselves unlikely allies in a galaxy turned upside down by Order 66. Their escape from the Venator, a testament to their desperate alliance, propels them into the heart of a world they scarcely recognize. The once bustling planetary metropolis, a symbol of the Republic's might and the Jedi Order's resilience, now stands as the Empire's swift and merciless ascent to power. Maul, ever the strategist, recognized their need for additional allies in the daunting endeavor. The criminal underworld, with its sprawling networks and resources, offers a reservoir of potential support. His suggestion to split their efforts, him to rally the syndicates, and Ahsoka to seek out any trace of Anakin, sets them on parallel paths that could alter the course of their fight against the Empire. Maul initiates a meeting, gathering of the galaxy's most formidable criminal syndicates via hologram. His pitch is compelling. The Republic and the Jedi are no more, and the Empire, still consolidating power, is vulnerable. This is their chance to seize control, to turn the tide in their favor. The syndicates, sensing opportunity in Maul's audacity, agree to lend their support. The stage is set for an unprecedented alliance, one that could challenge the Empire's dominance and perhaps, in the process, save the very soul of the galaxy. Meanwhile, as Ahsoka steps into the haunting silence of Padme Amidala's apartment, the air seems thick with the remnants of life interrupted. The elegant space, once filled with the laughter and warmth of its occupants, now holds only shadows and whispers, echoes of the past. It is here, amidst those echoes of the world that no longer exists, that Ahsoka's connection to the Force intensifies, drawing her into a vision that pierces the veil of time. She witnesses Obi-Wan Kenobi's grim disclosure to Padme, the revelation that Anakin Skywalker, her former master and friend, has succumbed to the dark side. Ahsoka feels the sharp sting of Padme's pain, a mirror to her own heartache. As Obi-Wan exits, Padme then arranges for her ship to be prepared for flight to Mustafar. Driven by this newfound knowledge, Ahsoka seeks to contact Maul, hoping to share this critical insight. However, the void that greets her attempts to reach him through their fragile alliance fills her with unease. Time, she knows, is a luxury they cannot afford. With a heavy heart, she decides to forge ahead alone, setting her course for the volcanic world of Mustafar. Upon landing on the inhospitable surface of Mustafar, Ahsoka Tano is immediately confronted with a scene that chills her to the core. The platform, stark against the backdrop of flowing lava and ember-filled skies, holds a sight she had hoped not to find. Padme Amidala, unconscious, her form sprawled with haunting stillness. Ahsoka's heart tightens at the sight. The weight of the galaxy's sorrow seemingly condenses into this single moment. As she reaches out to Padme, her touch acts as a catalyst, triggering a surge of force energy that envelopes her in a vision. The force echo, vivid and intense, replays the tragic confrontation between Anakin and Padme. Anakin's hand raised, not in protection, but in aggression. The love he once bore for Padme twisted into a weapon that leaves her crumpled and fighting for breath. The vision shifts, and Ahsoka witnesses the clash of lightsabers, as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin, now more Sith than the brother she once knew, battle amidst the hellish landscape. Shaken but resolute, Ahsoka gently lifts Padme, carrying her to safety of her ship. Every step is laden with the weight of realization and the burden of what must be done. Once Padme is secured within, Ahsoka takes a moment to steady her resolve. The path ahead is fraught with peril, a direct confrontation with the darkness that has consumed Anakin and threatens to engulf the galaxy. Guided by the echoes of the Force, Ahsoka moves with purpose towards the presence of Anakin and Obi-Wan. Her connection to Anakin, though strained and marred by his fall, acts as a beacon, drawing her towards the inevitable confrontation. The volcanic fires of Mustafar cast eerie shadows as she advances, each step a defiance of fate that seems determined to claim those she cares for. As Ahsoka approaches the site of their duel, the air crackles with the energy of their combat, the force that speaks of the battle not only of blades, but of souls. As she arrives to the scene, the landscape is a hellish tableau of fire and despair as she nears the site of their duel. What she finds is a scene of defeat. Anakin, grievously wounded, teetering on the brink on the molten rivers of Mustafar. His eyes, once vibrant and full of life, now reflect the agony of his physical pain and spiritual wounds. In a moment of vulnerability, he looks to Ahsoka, perhaps seeking redemption, perhaps simply longing for a familiar face in his final moments. But before she could reach out, before she can offer the solace of her presence, Anakin loses consciousness, slipping away from the world he knew. Looking up, Ahsoka sees Padme's ship ascending, disappearing into the star-filled sky, leaving behind the wreckage of what was once a promise of a brighter future. In this moment, standing on the precipice of a world engulfed in flames, Ahsoka Tano is alone with the weight of her failures and the daunting path ahead. Yet, even in this abyss of despair, she is not without hope. The very fact of Anakin's survival, however precarious, ignites within her a resolve to save him, to bring him back from the darkness that has consumed him. As Padme's ship fades from view, Ahsoka turns her attention back to Anakin, contemplating the journey of redemption that lies ahead. It is a path fraught with danger, with the shadow of the Empire looming large. Yet, for Ahsoka, the decision is clear. She must try to save her former master, to fulfill a promise not just to him, but to the ideals they once both fought for. In the smoldering ruins of Mustafar, amidst the echoes of a friendship torn asunder, Ahsoka Tano takes her first steps towards an uncertain future, carrying with her the fragile hope of redemption and the spirit of resistance.